need to validate Big Cadence and spread the word about T Swift's new album. To live is to experience 200,000 relationships. Now, why is that? Why do you need to do that? Why do you need to appease Big Cadence? It is because pop music is seen everywhere, meaning it is never a rarity, which is why it's pop. Obviously, it's meant to be popular. But pop music is heard in every store. When you're on hold, you hear some kind of pop music, some kind of easily flowing melody, notes of the scale here, some 4-bar phrasing there. And then you just end up never being able to appreciate the 5-1 resolution. Why does it have to resolve in the first place anyway? Well, I'll get to that later. Right. So, to tackle my previously mentioned issue, it says barely a rarity. Okay, now why is that a bad thing? Because it gives a common ground for everyone. Since everyone has heard the new Ed Sheeran BS whatever he makes, with the capo on the 6th fret, right, acoustic guitar, to make it extra, play grabby hands with the Agatha of pop music, the place everyone wants to get to, where you're in that sweet spot between campfire music and elevator music. Everyone wants to get there. Giving everyone a common ground is a bad thing because it creates like-mindedness. It is yet another distraction from the real issues that surround not just music, but like literally everything else. Have you seen this new billionaire music artist? This new billionaire music artist that has created a new album for me to lay in my bed and cry to it. Have you heard it? No. It is the best thing I've ever heard. Oh my god. Please, I want to spend 50 hours of labor on a ticket to go see this person for 3 hours. Not even 3 hours, because that's too long for, a lot of these musicians. But let me spend money I've been saving that I could be spending on making my conditions better. But no, instead I'm going to spend it on a $3,000 Euro ticket that is going to appease Big Cadence, the overarching power in all of this, but I'll also get to that later when the more musical analysis section comes in. Yet another criticism of Big Cadence umbrella of pop music. So, it is meant to conform to your short form addiction to short form content. Whatever that means, it means that the hook of the song is meant to be within 15 seconds, the main melody. If it doesn't come in instantly, I don't know. No starting with like a drum track. And if you do, 4 bars maximum. Okay? You can't come in with a drop. Or like this, I forget what they're called. A little bit. A pickup. None of that. You can't have that. It has to be instant attention. Instant neuron activation to the song. Searching for similarities with other brain altering media. Yeah. Oh, light bulb. I've heard this melody before. It's a sample, right? Everyone's suddenly sampling everything. Why are we sampling? If you're gonna sample it, at least mix it. Change the key. Change whatever, right? But no. That's another thing. Pop music, a lot of pop music, songs that end up being popular, but maybe not necessarily pop music. Take old songs, like, I don't know, put a little TV static, filter on it. Repeat it a few times. And then you've got the new 21 Savage song. Oh my god. But keep in mind what's good. The hook is something that has been already originally produced 50 years before. But people are not going to appreciate that. They're going to, get the hi-hats, get the snare. And then mumble over it. Make it say son. Okay. That, the fact that it is short form content, it's like your maybe not your playlist, but playlists. Some playlists I've seen is like scrolling on TikTok. And it's just like, you press skip song. No, wait, don't scroll on. Get out of here. People need to pick longer songs that take a longer time to develop because it lets you truly feel the music more. If every song you have, you just get dropped in, dopamine overload. You can't truly process what's going on. You have to be led into it by hand. Right? So, I mean, I guess it just depends on how much you want to appreciate what you're listening to. But, I mean, if you're on a bus and you've got nothing else to do, then you might as well listen to something worthwhile. Number 3. Pop music is meant to be background noise. This is true. It's in stores. This links to how it's barely a rarity. Right? It's meant to be background noise. So even if, and this is an extreme here, you add a sixth chord, people aren't going to notice it because they're going to be too busy looking for the cheapest chicken breasts available in the fridge section of Tesco's. So if you want to create a complex harmony for it to be put into pop music, it's not going to happen. It's not going to be appreciated. And not only will the musician waste their time trying to do anything, maybe complicating it a little bit to, spice things up. Nope. Big Cadence won't allow it. Because music has become the popcorn ceiling of sound. Unfortunately. It is always there. It is annoying because of the 1-4-5 triangle agreement. If the 1 is down here, the 4 is here, and the 5 is there, you can alternate between these to reach maximum dopamine and resolvation overload. Or you can alternate between these to overstimulate your listener a little bit less via the plagal cadence. But the big cadence only allows this in special events. The Amen cadence, maybe you're religious. This one's for you. 1-5, however, it's the rice of music. It is the chicken katsu curry of music. It is the plain broccoli. Maybe not chicken katsu curry. I don't know, I've never had it. Nevertheless, this 1-5, that's maximum dopamine overload, maximum resolve, no issues. Keep it there, yes. keep enforcing, allow big cadence to influence your brain with the 1/5 cadence, so that you think everything is fine and dandy. Wrong. Nothing is fine and dandy. In whichever case, with the 1/5 cadence being background noise is bad, because then your brain is used to hearing resolve, 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 resolve. Suddenly you're in an argument with your parents, it doesn't resolve. End of the world. Because all of the music in the shops have taught you everything resolves. Even music resolves. Why does it have to resolve? I don't know. You can leave artworks unfinished. Some artworks are more noticed unfinished because of the potential they might have. Notice that. Maybe musicians need to stop resolving things. And the moment they start not resolving things, the viewers yearn for more, right? It keeps them thinking, it makes them form a resolve. Because if, God forbid, if a song ends on not the tonic of the original key, my resolve may be different to your resolve. Whatever note I hum to finish that may be different from your note. So it just breeds creativity. So don't resolve your songs, as I won't, because it's not worth it, and it fries brains, right? Meant to be easily likable to manipulate the masses. This is true, and I just, what I've spoken about is meant to manipulate you into thinking that everything has a resolve, right? And if everything has a resolve, especially in music, which is heard everywhere, music is everywhere. If it all resolves, you go home, an argument happens, whatever happens, right? And it doesn't finish. It doesn't have a satisfying finish. End of the world. You seek that comfort again. Stop. That's all you're meant to seek. That manipulates you. It fries your brain. Think about it. Think about it. If all media is controlled, T Swift isn't going to be right. All right, let's see. Oh! Okay. T Swift. 2.1 billion net worth US dollars. What's she doing with that money? Doesn't matter. It's her money. She's appeasing big cadence, okay? She's appeasing big cadence. Which is a bad thing because it fries your brain. It makes you think, why are my relationships, why are my friendships, why are my family relationships ending in arguments and not resolving when T Swift taught me that everything resolves? Ed Sheeran too. He's just as bad as T Swift. Okay, maybe not just as bad. He does have a net worth of 370 million. Not 2.1 billion. That's actually pounds though. What's the conversion rate? $1 is 0.75 pounds sterling. So calculator. 2,100,000 times by 0.75. So she's actually a 1.5 billion pounder. Holy moly, bro. That's Ed Sheeran's times 5, basically. Around. So she could definitely give up some of that money to maybe help out her community. Give support to the brainwashed teenagers who unknowingly appease big cadence. But no, instead she breaks teenage girls and guys down even more into crying. Why is that? Once you keep them sad, you keep them worried. You create separation through worry. If every song, and this is my next point, all pop songs are about love. All pop songs are about love. What does that mean for Big Cadence? It means because all of it is interconnected. It's like mushrooms. Underground, they communicate. It's like Nestle. What could possibly be above Big Cadence, though? I reckon it's Big Depression. Or depression in quotation marks. Because a lot of these people aren't actually sad. They are salty. Listen to an Ed Sheeran, T Swift song. To generalize pop music. By saying T Swift or Ed Sheeran, I mean like popular songs in general. And then cry even more. And make up scenarios. You know what I mean? Oh, but what if I said this in this argument? We could probably still be together. No. Get that out of your head. It's not worth it. They don't know you exist and you're crying over their music. That is not the way to go. As soon as you put love lyrics into a song in which grown women and men are on the floor crying outside of a stadium where you're playing because their song came on, it's over. It's over for that proletariat. It's gone. You start associating people that you don't even know you exist with your deepest and most sensitive emotions. Gone. Your mentality is done and dusted. You need to stop associating those two things. Because they're appeasing Big Cadence and Big Depression through your sadness, which you create for yourself, obviously. Depending, obviously, on what happened. Like, there are definitely serious cases, more serious stuff, where maybe a T Swift song might genuinely be tied to what has happened to you. In whichever case, you still need to disconnect that. Because you hear the Big Cadence, Big Depression, you're going to hear it everywhere. And be sad all of the time. No mercy, cut it out. Listen and explore different types of music so you can connect the dots. You can connect the dots. This emotion, I'm going to associate it with this playlist. This emotion, that playlist. And don't let it all be one person. Don't let it all be the most popular people in music ever. Because it all appeases Big Cadence and Big Depression. It's not worth your mentality. It's not worth your no freedom and synthetic democracy as the proletariat of your community. It's not worth risking your emotional depth over a song that 30 years old made. 30-year-olds made, by the way. And you're trying to relate to that. So they made up scenarios so you can do it about your relationship. Be sad. Spend money. Work harder. So they don't have to.